Hi, Allison and Monica. I'm Katie DeFelice. I am going to talk to you today about 3.2b. The area that I chose was explore strategies that can be used to differentiate the process of learning. I know you said there was no formal submission, but we could gather resources, organize them, create a Google folder. So, what I like to do is I like to have everything in one spot. So, I put it all into a Google Doc right here with the links. So, um, one article that I found that I actually really liked was differentiation in speech using boom cards, which actually inspired my lesson and my whole activity for this class. So when you click on that one, it goes to putting the boom into differentiation. And I was not aware of this SLP blog beforehand, but she did a really good job of describing how do we differentiate our instruction, and she talked about using boom cards. So that was one of the things I decided to do. In case you guys don't know what boom cards are, I showed you one in my reflection for 3.2a, but she kind of just goes into a little bit of describing how they can be used. They can be used in small group at different levels. And she really talks about how you can differentiate or modify your lessons by using this. So obviously her boom card that she was using is a little bit advanced for my students, but this is just an example of what she was doing with her students. And she goes along and shows you a little video too. So I really liked this resource. And a lot of authors that are creating the boom cards are making different levels that will help differentiate and make it easier for students. So when you look down here, some of them have different options, and you can pick or drag and change your fields and different things like that. And then, of course, they always go into some comprehension, and they're very interactive for students. So that was one of the things I found very helpful. My next thing that I found helpful was I found this webinar about differentiation. This year, I don't have speechpathology.com, but sometimes I subscribe to it and sometimes I get it through the district. So I thought that it would be a good option to figure out differentiation. If you skim all the way down here to the bottom, participants will learn how to design interventions by examining classroom teaching scenarios and apply a differentiated learning model to classroom curriculum and instruction. So this might be something that I look into if I have this subscription again. I don't have it currently, so I can't watch the webinar, but I will keep it in my back pocket or for the future. I did find some articles about different types of service models for speech. Just because that all can look very different. So, a differentiation could be when I'm pulling students out, how am I differentiating in my therapy room? It could be also in the classroom. So this article I really liked because it went through different parts of what service delivery models could look like, why classroom-based services are so important. And obviously, this is a bulk of what I do. With early childhood and the RISE program. So it was just nice to see all these research articles to prove that what I'm doing is actually working for the best. And in that way, you're differentiating as well. Let's see, the last part, different ways to differentiate in special ed. So as you can guess, there's not that much out there specifically for differentiation in speech, but a lot of differentiation in speech is already there because I'm working towards IEP goals, and every student's IEP goal is specific to them. But I did really like this last article that I found about differentiation techniques for special needs students. If you guys want, you can copy this link or I will send it to you. It might be something that you might want to add to your stuff, but it talks about how you could use assessments and you could use different rubrics, how you can differentiate with assistive technology. This is where I am all the time. You can do different collaborative activities. You can do cooperative learning. You can do the explicit modeling. You could do feedback. You could do graphic organizers. And there's a lot of links and different things within this article. Multisensory approach, peer tutoring. We use peer tutoring sometimes in the RISE program, working on prior knowledge and, bringing in what they know, what they want to know, what they learned. And then, of course, always visual components for students who need visual components. So I really liked this article, gave me some new ideas for some other ways to differentiate. And I think that is it for my 3.2B. Let me make sure that I didn't miss anything. I think that's it. And the next time I will do my final reflection will be when I am going over all of this part about why I selected my pathways and how I'm going to answer all the CASAB questions. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed my explanations. See you next time.